Good day, Ozark Electric membership. I would like to say happy 4th of July. Have a safe one. Enjoy time with your friends and family. We're kind of on location over here. I've kind of jumped into our Superintendent of Operations office in Nixa to use his office because we've got other meetings and stuff going on, but we wanted to go ahead and get this video to you. So there's a few things that I'll run down on my list here. Recently we had some students throughout our area win a scholarship to go to what's called Youth Tour. They went to Washington, D.C. We asked them to kind of help straighten some things out while we were there. And so those kids have returned back. Sent some great students this year up there to represent our system, so you can be extremely proud of them. They did a fantastic job while they were there. The other thing I want to talk to you about is, here recently we had the peak alerts, and we asked you guys to pitch in and help us conserve energy during peaking times. And that peaking time was a Thursday and Friday. It was from 2 o'clock to 8 p.m. And so those are the big usage hours in the summer when folks are getting home. Air conditioners are gearing back up if they've been lowered a little bit throughout the day. And so it's a huge demand on the electric grid and for our generation supply to be available to do that. I want to tell you that we're in good standing. We were in that kind of close call because we had a couple of generation plants that were being maintained. One was an outage, and so we've gotten those restored back to production. They're generating, they're back in the fleet. So that gives us a little bit better breathing room and confidence going further into the summer. One of those things that I'd like to mention about the peak alerts, we use radio, we use Facebook, our other social media outlets. We make phone calls, but there's limitations to the robocalls, and I know you're not fans of hearing from us for that kind of stuff, and we don't want to overuse that. You don't want to cry wolf too many times using one of those types of communications, and so we try to not overdo that. The other thing that we do is we can send out emails. We won't take advantage of that either. It's going to be an important situation if we engage in that. We had some comments through that time of folks that are, hey, if you could text us, that would be really great. We actually had that comment made. Then we had another one of the members, one of you all, got on that thread and said, hey, you can get those text message and pushes from them. If you go to the Smart Hub feature and enroll, then you can get those notifications. And I would encourage you to do that yourself and spread the word, to go to the link that's going to be provided with this video, so you don't have to close this, go do something else. We're going to provide for you a link that you can click on, go in there, enroll, and then we'll use that to send you a text to your mobile device so that you can hear about those peak alerts. Hopefully, things go well, and as planned, we won't need to be sending any of those out, but we'd like to be prepared, and we'd like to have as many folks as we can be contacted by that way of doing it. The other thing that's nice about the Smart Hub application is that we've gotten notice that there's going to be another increase in postage, and we send out a lot of bills, and so every penny counts, especially during this time right now with the economy, inflation being the way it is. If you can help us by going paperless or going electronic and doing as many of those things as you can and opt out of us paying postage to send you that, we'd really appreciate it, because it will add up and provide savings overall for us to send out those paper bills. And so I would encourage you to do that and participate in helping us lower costs, because that does have an overall effect on how we take care of taking the rates and keeping them in a manageable range for everyone. We're doing good in that regard. And also, if you're in the Mount Vernon area near headquarters, you've seen that our building there is in full renovation and upgrade for the roof, the water, the exterior, the things that we're trying to take care of for headquarters. And so our lobby and drive-through has been closed, and that is for your protection. And I just want to commend our members that are over in that area. You guys are doing a fantastic job of finding other ways to go ahead and make your payments, or avoid making a trip up there to try and get in the building. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but it is for your safety, because we do have heavy equipment by our contractors moving around, and they're going to start setting steel and trusses here in the next week or two, and so it's going to be even more hazardous. We're taking great care of our employees that need to work out of that office and making sure that we have a safe way in and out of the building while that construction is going on. And I would like to commend our billing service representatives there at the Mount Vernon office. They've been doing a fantastic job of listening to you, have you call in and communicate and lead you through other options to take care of your bills or inquiries that you might have. And so I would just ask for you to continue to be patient during that period of time. We look for and we hope to have everything wrapped up by October, which is further off than what we think. But it's not a year from now. So if everything goes according to plan, we can have that tidied up, and then we can get that lobby, drive-through, and everything open for you, come late fall and into the winter for sure. Lastly, I want to talk about annual meeting. That's coming up. It's going to be this month, the 29th. It's there at the Mount Vernon High School. They're just east of our headquarters. We're going to hope to be in person and pull things off like you've experienced them in the past. And have a great day. Registration will open at 10:30, so we look for you to be there. We'll have some live entertainment as we always do. The business meeting will start at 1 o'clock. We'll go through, registration, get you into the drawing for our prizes. We also have an election that day. We have a district that has 2 candidates running in it, and so we encourage you to read in your rural Missouri a little bio that we've provided for each one of those gentlemen that are running, and then show up and make your decision known as a member of the co-op. Exercise your privilege and your right to vote for those candidates, and we'll appoint a new director out of that district. I would like to also say a special thank you to Gary Duval for his 16 years of service, faithfully, loyally, and dependably on behalf of his district and his membership that he represents. He did a fantastic job. Gary is extremely intelligent, very judicious in his input, very insightful, very respected by his peers on that board. And so I know for me, I have watched him for my time as being a manager, and I've learned so much from him. I've tried to pick up on the things that I admire about him and being slow to speak, slow to anger, and quick to listen. He's that guy. He's extremely solid. He takes into consideration all angles, deliberates over that, and then voices his opinion. And it's just it's metered, it's wise, and it's welcomed. And I thank him so much for his devotion to the membership of Ozark Electric, the issues that we have tackled in the 16 years that he has been on that board. There are big shoes to fill for whoever will replace him. And so thank you, Gary, so much for what you've taught me and what you have provided to Ozark Electric, the staff, the membership, and the representation that you presented for your family was top notch. And so I just tell you to have a great time away from Ozark Electric. You'll always be a member. You'll always be a director to me in my mind. And so thank you so much for everything that you did for us. Until next month, that concludes what I want to cover this one, and I'll see you then. Thanks.